Hello everyone, my name is Qingya Chen, and the application that I decided to do this semester is called Tea Finder. The idea came from when I was talking to my friends and roommates. We all have the same need and interest in boba milk tea. We almost order it in boba milk tea places like 4 to 5 times a week. So I'm really excited to make an application based on our interest. We have two concerns. Uh, One is that uh, when I visit a city, for example, New York, I don't know where the nearby tea places are and always have to open my Google Map to check, which takes me a lot of time. The other thing is I'm really picky and hesitant person who have difficulty making choices when I am ordering something. My friend also told me she felt embarrassed when standing in front of the cashier to decide which drink to order. Based on those, I hope I can add a list which can permanently store our favorite tea in the app. So next time when I go somewhere, I just use the app to find the nearby tea places and order immediately by checking my list of favorite drinks. So here is my project idea. So we both like boba milk tea, and the application should be easy for daily use. And the functionality is find nearby tea places and also generates and saves a list of our favorite tea's name, comments, and pictures. So next is the UI design. Uh, so I have a welcome page which will link to the main tab controller. Second, I have three tabs. One is the list. I'll show you here. One is the list. The second is the search, and the third one is the explore. So this is a little complicated, but I think user friendly enough to using tabs. Next is my class diagram. So first I have our welcome view controller and view controller. This is look like this. A boba tea every day keeps the bad mood away, and then tap to start. Then I go to the three tab view controller. So the first tab view controller is the list, like this. So here is a T main view controller, and the third one is the explore. So the explore is the explore view controller. These two both inherited from the UI view controller, UI table view delegate, and UI table view data source. Uh, then it also has a similar components such as T table view cell. This is one cell in the table view. And here we also have city table view cell. It's similarly like the T table view cell. It's just one column here in the table view, and they both inherited from UI table view cell. And also since I'm using the MVC architecture, so I have some data structures. So for here, I have T's. Uh, it has a variable fetch results and have some functions like fetch records. And then here is the cities class. The cities class is basically a array list of city, and the city is defined here. It has three main attributes: the city name, description, and manager name. And here I have the T detail view controller. So here is the detail view controller. And another thing is here we also have another city detail view controller. Look like this. And I also define a lot of things like the labels, text fields, buttons, and they are all shown in the class diagram. Next is the MVC architecture. So this architecture mainly has three components. The first is the view. The view can help us to display the welcome page, homepage, detailed view, and table views. It also shows the map of the nearby boba milk tea places and current location. Second, it will show the name, comments, and pictures. And the third, it will sometimes show the boba milk tea list. And from the model, the functionality of the model is to store the basic data structure and manage code data for all necessary information and access and read data. Finally, it will notify the controller of data changes in real time. It also provides the real-time updates. And what I need to specify is the controller. It controls the view components, update table view for pictures and comments, call web API, and fetch meaningful data. It also handles saving data and retrieving data from code data. And the user cannot connect the view and model directly. It should be via the controller. So the view, as from view to controller, the user can tap control buttons, and from the controller to view, the users can update the table view. From controller to model, you can update the data when the components change and submit the location availability. Last, from the model to controller, there is a notification. So whenever the T-boba list is updated and there is a click on the addition or deletion or the location information has been changed, the controller will be notified from the model. Next, come to the capability. So the first capability is find nearby T places for a specific city and show different kinds of maps. For example, if I want to go to Tempe, I click here, and then it shows me different kinds of maps and also the latitude and longitude. Then when I click search T nearby, it will show me those T places on the map. What if the city is not in the list? I can add myself, for example, Austin, and click on OK. So I add a new column here. When I click on Austin and do the similar things, search T nearby. Okay, it looks like perfect. We implement this method. And the second capability is add T's name, comments, and pictures to favorite T list permanently. So here in the tab list, I use the code data because code data is really necessary for this functionality. So that after the user and the application and reopen it, the data is still here for his or her future use. So here we have brown sugar, boba, black tea, latte, boba milk tea. We can add for testing. For example, I add the name grapefruit, boba tea, and then the description may be nice and tasty. Then I select the picture. One thing I need to specify is that open from camera, maybe should you if you want to use this functionality, you should connect your app to the phone. So here I just choose a picture. It takes a little bit time. Okay, so the picture here is just the default picture. If you connect it with your real iPhone, you can use your photo library better. Okay, I changed the second one and it's saved here. So next time when I open the app, I can find that my favorite tea list, and then it will be easier for me to order a new boba tea in the shop. Another functionality actually is here, the search page. Type the city you are in, for example, Tempe, and search. Then it will show me the north, south, east, and west. Then get today's weather data. This is mainly done by the API call. I use the online API call for the daytime temperature and clouds and got this data. So next time when you open the app, you can go to know the temperature daytime first before you go to pick your favorite boba tea. So next is the limitations. First, I think I should make my own API for T places that can keep retrieve T data such as the name, price, ratings, and comments. The second is data is only saved to device. There is no login sign out page, which will allow different users to use separately. The third is that UI is not too beautiful and still can be more user friendly. The last is that the camera should ask the user's permissions first. And then this is lessons I learned and suggestions for improvement. Uh, the lessons I learned from this course is that first is how to update the entities in real time by using code data. I have learned secure the database management in another course. So I'm familiar with the entities, but I don't know that it can be really used in the application. So it is really useful for me. The second is that this course teaches me to use the MVC architecture to separate data structures and view controllers. For the previous labs, I always didn't use the MVC architecture, and that's really time consuming. So I should write everything, both the data structures and the event handlers in the view controllers, and it will look like too much complicated and sometimes confusing myself. After I learned the MVC texture, the model view controller, I can separate the model and the controllers. So every time I need to make some changes to the event handlers, it won't change the logic and data structures inside the model. So it's really interesting for me. The last thing is the suggestions for improvements. Uh, First, I think code data is the hardest part. I hope it can be taught deeper when using it. For example, if I would like to explore more how to fill in data in a secure format, I hope this can be covered in the next semester. And the second thing is that maybe we can have a section for remaining, refactoring, or adding dependencies to the Xcode project. I really have a difficult time when I want to rename a project. I think it's really simple if it is a Android Studio application development, but it's not that easy in the Xcode, the iOS version. We should if you want to just change the name of a project, what you can do is change it in a really complicated way and also need to remove or changing some dependencies. I hope it can be covered in the class next semester so that we can save a lot of time, because actually I spent like half an afternoon, as the whole afternoon working on that. I, last but not least, I really love this class. It has lots of projects, labs, which help me do lots of coding assignments and get used to the Xcode and be prepared for iOS developer in the future. I really appreciate the professor's help on designing these assignments and hope this course can be designed better in the future. Thank you. That's all for my presentation today.